Well, it's that time again. Let's walk in faith, talk about anime, and grow together. Welcome to Reb's Otaku Talk.
Hey Otaku family, welcome back to Rev's Otaku Talk, the podcast where fandom and faith collide. Raver Mom is taking over for this episode, and my co-hosts are Rev.
What's up, guys?
K2.
Howdy, howdy.
And Techs-Mechs.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa?
And this is Season 3, The Character of Characters. In this season, we will be taking a deep dive into the hearts, minds, and moral journeys of some of the most unforgettable characters in anime. This season, we're going beyond the battles, beyond the art, and beyond the hype. We're breaking down what truly makes a character compelling. Their choices, their struggles, their growth, and what their stories can teach us about purpose, identity, and perseverance. From heroes to villains, side characters to legends, we'll explore how character shapes their story and how it can shape ours. So power up, press play, and get ready, because Raver Mom and her crew are just getting started. In today's episode, we're going to take a closer look at the character of Nezuko Kamado from Demon Slayer. Nezuko is the emotional anchor of Demon Slayer and the sole survivor of the attack on the Kamado family, aside from her brother Tanjiro. Though she was transformed into a demon during the massacre, she defies the typical nature of her kind through an incredible display of willpower and family love. Instead of consuming human flesh to sustain her strength, Nezuko enters deep, years-long slumber to regain her energy. She wears a characteristic bamboo muzzle, which serves as both a physical restraint and a symbolic vow to never harm a human. Her unique condition makes her an anomaly in the world of demon slaying, as she actively fights alongside the Demon Slayer Corps to protect humanity rather than prey upon it. In combat, Nezuko is a formidable force, utilizing her demonic physiology to change her physical size, often shrinking to fit into a small wooden box carried by her brother, or growing to increase her striking power. She possesses a powerful blood demon art known as Exploding Blood, which allows her to ignite her own blood into pink flames that are lethal to demons but harmless to humans. This ability can even burn away demonic poisons and curses, making her an invaluable healer and warrior. Despite her loss of speech, Nezuko does communicate through expressive gestures, muffled sounds, maintaining a gentle, protective demeanor that often leads her to view all humans as members of her own family. Her journey is one of the most compelling arcs in the series, and as she navigates the thin line between her monstrous instincts and her human heart. While she is often seen as someone in need of protection, Nezuko frequently proves to be the one saving her brother and his friends during their most desperate moments. Her ultimate goal, shared with her brother, is to find a cure for her condition, representing the hope that even the most profound darkness can be reversed through bond and sacrifice. So guys, thoughts on Nezuko?
She literally watching his back. So. His sister said, "Oh, I got your back." She
Can you tell he's a dad?
Yeah.
He beat me to the punch.
All these dad jokes.
Yeah, it comes naturally. But I think there's a lot to say about what this show is telling us, is that there's a reward for restraint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so from the beginning, she would see her love for Tanjiro, which it's almost like this never happens, right? That's what Giyu, the Hashira of water, that's why he didn't stop attacking, because he's never seen someone turn away from turning into a demon. Mm-hmm. And so that's like probably the first time he's seen that. So there's something special about their love, and her power of restraint, the willpower, and it ends up paying off. It's getting all these abilities, I think, from restraining that. Because I think if she would have just given into her demonic urges, it would have been probably a lower form of the abilities.
Yeah.
Something more offensive, something more evil.
Yeah.
You know. That's my take.
I think for me, Nezuko was like the symbol of hope and salvation for the whole entire show. I mean, in the eyes of both the demon world and the human world, she was the answer to both their problems. She was the cure. You know, she carried the cure in her blood. She was the one who, if anybody could be turned back, it would be her, because of the fact that she didn't give in. And then on top of that, she seeks to be different, and she seeked to be different right off the bat. She seeked to be more than what she became. She seeked to be more than what she was. Mm-hmm. And the fact she said in the introduction that Nezuko, along with her brother's goal, was to become human again. Their goal was to find salvation from that whole entire scenario and to become whole again. And I think that's something that can speak to everyone. We always look for a symbol of hope in our lives, and we always look for salvation, whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. We look for salvation from the problems that we gain from being in this world. And I think she's a big representation of that.
Yeah, personally, my family, kind of split up, and so for them to see that the goal is to bring their family back together and be a family again. Yeah, I definitely like that. It's a nice goal.
K2, your thoughts?
I think Rev stole everything that I was going to say. I don't know if I can say it any better than what he did.
He likes to do that, doesn't he?
Does.
You know, from now on, you need to go before me.
It's kind of hard sometimes to jump in when you just kind of ramble on.
Yes, call me the Rambler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that everybody, when they were kids, anyone who has a sister, they know, they had that one friend that was always trying to date their sister. And that's Zenitsu, It's like, leave my sister alone. And, it's just, it's very relatable.
I didn't have to deal with that.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't have a sister.
And
I was
obviously,
the sister.
if you don't have a sister, you can't, it's not going to deal with it.
Yeah, and I was the sister. Although my brothers weren't like that. All their friends were kind of weird.
Yeah.
Or not my taste.
Well, you thought they were weird,
all.
but I don't know if that's what they thought about you. That's the thing.
Honestly, no. I don't remember any of my brothers, the ones I grew up with, because my baby brother, we're 11 years apart. So I was married by the time he was in kindergarten, first grade. So I don't think that pertains to him. But my older brother only had one friend come by and hang out, and he saw me as a little sister, which was great. He was a better brother than my actual brother was. And then my younger brother saw me as he didn't have any friends that really came over.
Yeah.
So he was more of the troublemaker.
And Nezuko's also very motherly sometimes. We see where she'll see, sometimes she'll have those flashbacks because I think Urokodaki's, mantra or training with her to train her to see certain people.
Because he hypnotized her.
Yeah, he hypnotized her, and so she sees them as family, so she'll start kind of caressing them and hugging them. Mm-hmm. It's so nice.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to talk about is how Nezuko was both insecure and secure kind of at the same time.
A paradox.
Yeah. And I feel like it was because of her, in the beginning especially, her confidence level in herself, which I didn't notice it as much in the anime until I started reading the manga, and you can still see, you can kind of see some of that. I mean, now that I think about it from the anime, you can kind of see that a little bit, but it isn't portrayed as much. But how she is kind of insecure in the beginning, where it's more of her protective instincts taking over versus her being confident in who she is, until she starts, I think later on in the series. Because even when like a lot of the demons, whenever they were talking, they would boast about their skills and how they tailored them and trained and all of that sort of stuff, where Nezuko doesn't necessarily do that until she has to do that. And then whenever she's able to stay in the daylight, then finally she can like actually train and stuff. But I found it very interesting how she could be insecure and then not like then she became secure whenever she actually needed to be secure.
Yeah, and she being muzzled all the time is like she doesn't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she expresses herself in many other ways, but not having a voice never stopped her from being confident in what she wants to do, because she will go out there, she'll like stop Tanjiro or step in when she needs to step in. So it's cool to see that dichotomy in that even because you don't see a lot of characters in anime that don't speak. I mean, I can only think of one in Jujutsu Kaisen when he has the vocal powers, but even then he can say some words, but she's totally mute, and most of the time with her friends she's like very submissive, but when it comes to defending her family, she's there.
Rev, what's up?
He brought up the character from Jujutsu Kaisen, the dude that talks
Salmon
in noodles.
Fish roll.
He talks in what?
His words that he speaks is food.
It's all sushi themed.
It's like, well, didn't he do noodles too?
I think we're very rarely.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because it goes off of like whatever he says, it happens. So if he uses his voice too often, it'll just tear up his throat. Like if he says, "Oh, explode," or fall, or jump off that building, it happens. So he's got to say words that don't mean anything, which is kind of a real big curse, a drawback,
Back to the Nezuko thing, I think. Sorry.
What, have you never seen Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, I haven't.
You should.
Listen, no, I have this this student in my class.
Oh, he told you that, yeah.
Who's an amazing artist, and he came up to me one day and was like, "Do you know who this is?" And I said, "No, I don't even know who the character is. Couldn't tell you right now. Couldn't even tell you what he looked like." But I was like, "Where's he from?" Because he looked like he would fit in that anime. And he told me who it was and the anime it was from. And he goes, "I think you'd like that." Why? I don't know. It just looks like you would be into something like that. And now you're saying that, and I'm like,
it looks like that's part
I don't know if I want to watch this now.
Yeah, you'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Back to the Nezuko topic. Think that the point where she really got rid of the insecurity more on a complete side was at the point that Raver Mom was talking about, when she could withstand the sunlight. I think the point where you start seeing Nezuko become a little bit more secure in who she was a Mugen train. And it may not have been so much on a personal level, but there was the confidence in working with the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you kind of see that whenever the boys get put to sleep and Rengoku's put to sleep, and they're tethered to those they're tethered to the people who the demon promised that he would put them in a dream state and they would live out their life in the best dream or whatever that he made with them. But she figured out a way. She used her powers to overcome. And after that, she was like tag team fighting in the midst of it all. And that you didn't see in the first season. But once you see the second season, after they deal with the spider family and all that junk, where she discovers that she has power, she becomes more confident in being part of the team whenever she goes out on missions with Tanjiro and the guys.
Just kind of like a trump card that eats up the sleeve.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts of her is when Tanjiro is going after the demon, the swamp demon.
Yeah.
And she, in the anime, right, he has her on her back, or on his back, and she's in her box and everything. And one minute, he's standing there waiting, and the next minute she, like, because you can kind of see in the anime the demon coming behind, and I mean, all of a sudden, right, you see her kick out and kicks the demon's head off. In the manga, it's basically the same. And I laughed whenever I was reading it in the manga because I could see the anime playing at the same, and you could actually, like, see all of it, and it's like, my goodness, like, her force. And you made the comment in the beginning, she has his back, literally. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, that girl's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that whenever she gets into the fight, I think one thing that is kind of unique to whenever she goes into the battle is that she kind of reveals the insecurities of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's when their insecurities show up. Not so much Inosuke, but Zenitsu and Tanjiro, because they're so overprotective of her.
Yeah.
That their insecurities come out and it becomes their weakness. And I think that kind of feeds into her insecurity.
Well, Inosuke starts getting attached to her whenever she, like, is able to be in the sunlight, and they're at the the butterfly mansion.
Yeah.
Remember, Zenitsu comes back, and she comes running out and calls
Welcome
Zenitsu
home, Inosuke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, Inosuke.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
He's like,
he to me at that point, I think that shows that how he does, like, he cares about her just like, a sister or somebody. So he does have attachment to her just as much as the other ones do.
Yeah.
And it shows then, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Kind of showed his soft side.
Oh, he probably respects
Not
her a
much.
lot for her strength too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he sees her go off,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
probably wilder than the other two.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I like her style. She's wild, just like me.
You know what's interesting though is he didn't try and battle her
Yeah.
or like
Prove that he's stronger. Yeah.
right, yeah, like he didn't like try to, he didn't see her as a threat of power or
Yeah.
whatever, almost like an equal
Yeah.
more than like it was.
I don't really see him do that with any of the other females either. I almost like he just has manners
Yeah.
in a way,
Well,
right?
whenever you're in the entertainment district, arc, you see him, be commanding of them, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't
Well,
consider them weak or anything.
No.
No.
It's just it's almost like the hierarchy, I'm the king,
Yeah.
you're the queen, you're like a step down,
Yeah.
or princess or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like next tier to me.
Yeah.
But I also think that if they were to get into a fight, he'd get his butt kicked. So
Yeah.
I mean that he could sense that too.
Yeah.
Well, he yelled at Tengen's wife whenever he went down into the pit where they're slung up
Yeah.
and whatnot. He yelled at her at one point because he was trying to figure things out,
Yeah.
and she was yelling at him, and he yelled right back at her, which I thought was interesting because,
Cool, you remember that.
well, I just actually finished that.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm at the end of the entertainment district in the manga, so.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was like gonna sacrifice herself or something. I think, right? Was that it?
Well, yeah, because he was trying to figure out how to get everybody out, and like,
She was trying to stay.
she was like, you need to protect them, and I'll take care of this, and da-da-da, and so they kind of got in like a little sparring match. Well, then Tenjin bangs it, bombs in, and,
Takes care of
saves
it.
everything,
Yeah,
and then the demon leaves. But for a moment, he was arguing with her.
Yeah.
Wasn't fighting, but he was verbally sparring with her for a little bit.
And whenever the demons too, they get insecure too whenever Nezuko shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're like, they don't know what to think,
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one that they're talking about. They're just kind of iffy about her. And
Yeah.
She starts beating them all up.
You need to drink blood to be powerful.
Like, nah.
Well, that's what happens with
You
that.
need to get some sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens with the demon that's in the entertainment district is whenever like she sees herself, as this very beautiful most beautiful person, blah, blah, blah. And she doesn't have time for all these ugly people. Well, whenever Nezuko comes into play, she figures out that all she has is kicking. Like, she doesn't have any other power. Although she does have her blood demon art that she just used with the Rui family, the spider family. And so she hasn't like 100% got that under wraps. So all she knows is kicking. And so that demon doesn't see her as a threat until she becomes extremely protective of Tanjiro. And then she like goes full force, breaks her bit, so to speak, you know, the bamboo stick. Yeah. And then to me, that's whenever she becomes
final form.
Yeah, like she becomes really bad.
Yeah.
She-Hulk, you won't like her when she's angry.
So, but like I feel like at that point, like that's when she's full on, like becomes her new self.
Yeah.
Like where she's like, I got this. And then, but then I feel like at the same time, that's when her insecurities overtake because she can't control it and she struggles until Tanjiro comes back into picture and sings her the lullaby to calm her down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so but I feel at the same time, like it's like almost like a wake up call for her to where she's got to learn, you know, like that control part. One thing that, one verse that whenever I was setting all this up that came to mind was John 15:13. And that is, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for one's friend. And which I know Nezuko's, why she became what she became wasn't her fault, but at the same time she took what could have been a horrible thing and turned it into something good, and where she was able to sacrifice herself every time and put herself in harm's way and overcome her insecurities to be able to be the person that she needed to be for her friends and her brother.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think she showed more examples of self-sacrifice, like intentional self-sacrifice, than the other characters. Even Tanjiro, he always was part of the fight to begin with, and he would be the one to finish it half the time. Where Nezuko, first fight, whenever she, Giyu's, shows up in the first couple of episodes, and she jumps in front of Tanjiro.
Yep.
To protect him, yeah.
And then whenever they're fighting the Rui family in the forest, and she is risking death, being ripped to shreds, losing her head, and she's doing, the only reason that's happening is because of the fact that she's trying to take the attention away from Tanjiro to save his life.
Yeah.
And I think all the way through the seasons, it's that constant, sacrificing herself so that the other slayers wouldn't be killed, or the swordsmen, or the sword makers wouldn't be killed in the field, and she's risking being cooked by the sun.
Yeah.
And I think those could be the points where she is most secure with herself before she hits that point. Yeah. And it's because she knows that this is what I need to do.
It's all or nothing.
And she doesn't second guess herself.
Yeah.
She could have just sat back and just waited with Urokudaki the whole time, and the whole show she could have been sitting there with him, but no. She wanted to be with her brother to protect him and watch his back and care for him, and they deeply love each other.
I guess we know who the real star of the show is now.
Rengoku.
Tasty.
He's the only one sacrificed. What are you talking about? He died.
Donut Lord.
Oh my goodness.
But I think that at the core of the show, I think that her story is the core.
Yeah.
It's what they used to call the rosebud of the story.
The MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a couple of questions for you guys regarding Nezuko. If the cure for Nezuko required the life of another innocent person, Would Tanjiro still be the hero we know, or would his family devotion turn him into a villain?
Oh, they would probably just tell each other goodbye at that point. Or they just live with it, actually. They would live with the way she is now.
I mean, are we still looking at the story from Tanjiro's perspective, or are
Like
we
if
going to look
Tanjiro
at
had-
it from another perspective?
No, if Tanjiro had to choose between turning his sister back
Right.
into a human with the death of an innocent person, and he did it, would that make him a hero or a villain?
Oh,
I think it would still make him a hero.
I think it'd be a villain.
I don't think he'd do it.
Exactly. But you said
Yeah.
if you did it, that's not part of the question.
No.
So.
I mean, all you have to
I don't
do is
think he
find
would do it
somebody
either.
on their deathbed.
Well,
You didn't say they had to be healthy.
That is true, I did
true.
not.
well, you
We're all
know,
dying.
K2's
We're all
got the
dying here,
solution.
Find
know-
a really old person.
I mean, the way I'm taking the question is would he continue making the same choices that he's currently making that we know of, or would he
Continuity.
turn to the dark side?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a Star Wars moment. Would he be Anakin Skywalker or
No.
not? You know,
Yeah.
I don't think after everything he's been through, there would be anything that would lead him to that. Even if they took his sister out.
I don't think he would either, because of the fact that he vowed that if it came to that decision, or if she, you know, if it came down to losing human
An
life
innocent-
Human life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to, you know, for her sake,
It wouldn't be
would
worth
he
it.
do it? And
he said yes.
He said I would kill her. And she, you know, Nezuko didn't fight that fact, because Nezuko doesn't want to be there either. So I think he'd still be the hero.
Cool beans.
We didn't bash Tanjiro.
No, I don't think he'd do it either, especially after she has the ability to be in the sun. I feel like it would be like, she can fight no matter what now. There's no, let's just go after the big demon daddy and be done with it.
Well, she don't have the muzzle either anymore, right? So it's just,
No.
No.
So it's really she's almost all there.
Well,
Yeah.
at the in the Infinity Castle movie, they had given her the cure, and she was with Orokudaki.
Yeah, and being protected by Rengoku's dad and somebody else.
They give her the
Yeah.
cure.
Yeah, they gave her the cure.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert!
It's not a spoiler. Watch the movie.
Listen, it's been out
But I
long
watched the
enough.
movie
Yeah,
yet.
it's been out long
It's been
enough.
out long enough. The manga's been out
You
long
gotta tell
enough.
the good folks at home.
He'll add that in before,
She has the cure. Will it save her? Will it change her back?
That's it.
Stay tuned.
Story's over. Roll the credits.
Listen, I will tell you one thing I was surprised when I found out in Infinity Castle, which this is a spoiler if you've never seen it or watched or read the mangas, that the Demon Slayer Corps' head guy had a son.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it was undercover.
And I was like,
Kara, my
That's
wife actually
pretty cool.
caught it. She's really good at catching this stuff out.
what? I'm.
Well, yeah, I missed
Because you
that
can
part.
count on early on, like you're counting the kids, and then later they show them and like, wait, there's one missing or there's one extra. Yeah, she paid
Yeah.
attention to that.
I had a
She's ruined so many
feeling.
things for me.
I had a feeling when I was watching the anime, just like you were saying, like because of the amount and stuff, and then like little small details that were different from one another. But I was like, well, maybe that's for something else. And then when we watched Infinity Castle, I was like,
And he looks just like his dad, so
yeah.
I have theories on that too. But
Wait, the spies in the fingers?
Huh?
The spies in the, what is it, 7 fingers or
what fingers?
for the demons?
The spies.
Aren't they called the fingers or something?
You mean the eyes?
Eyes.
Yeah,
That's
eyes.
what it was.
The
Yeah, I thought it was
eyes.
fingers.
I thought it was the colons,
The eyes.
the spleens,
That's a smelly
the
situation.
7 spleens of death.
Oh my goodness.
You know how Japanese are. Yeah, when I was at the Asian store earlier today, they had colon candy. You can eat,
Yeah, the colon
colon.
of animals. Yep.
but it's definitely candy. It's all sugar, but it was shaped like a colon. Like you just eat it
Don't
down.
even. You have a tongue of an animal in our freezer,
So do
so
I.
They're not
Beef
tongues.
tongue.
that is a tongue.
That's not a tongue.
Yes, it was.
Those were pig hoofs.
What's the difference?
Either way.
If not, that's worse.
Huge difference.
No, I thought there was a tongue in there.
No, there's not a tongue in there.
I do.
Yeah, but
Give him
hooves
the
are
pig
so
feet.
much better.
Now, I
I
would
did a whole animal.
I would eat an ox tongue, but I have. But
You can have the feet.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
I like the
No.
feet.
I do too. Smoke them jokers
Put them in the beans.
Isn't feet just all muscle and bone? Like,
Yeah.
and fat.
It's called collagen. It's good
Listen, so I'm doing Treasure Day next Thursday for my 3rd graders where they can bring in one last treasure. And one of my kids wants to bring in a turkey foot.
for you. Isn't that just like a
Is
chicken
he a
foot?
witch?
I was like,
Is he a witch? Burn
I
the
said,
witch.
listen, as
Release
long as
the
it's not juicy and wet, I don't care.
As long as you can't,
Juicy and wet.
as long as you can't tickle that
What's
muscle
that?
and it goes.
Like it's a fresh, Yeah.
It's like oily.
And then she was like, well, can I bring in what did she say, my cow skull or something?
What?
Like, oh my Lord.
Treasure Day, not cursed relic day.
Sure, you
Shaman
can
Day.
bring some bull horns so we can tie them to Raver Mom's SUV. There you go.
No, don't you dare.
Horn.
All right, my next question. Is Nezuko secretly the world's greatest interior designer, or is that box a sensory nightmare?
Wouldn't Narokudaki be the interior designer? He's the one who made the box.
I think it's definitely her safe space.
I forget. We see the inside of the box.
It's
There's
black.
nothing in there.
I forget.
It's not Patrick's house, You go under the rock and it's just like this whole living room and a TV.
No, we do see it, and it's just brown.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just like a box.
It is just.
Well, to her, it's not a sensory nightmare. It probably kills the senses.
Yeah, because she's
Dark,
slept in it a couple
quiet.
times
She sleeps, yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
In it. I just thought it was a fun.
So I guess for her,
That's a
it would
funny
be a
question.
sensory nightmare if she's having a bad dream.
It's like a sound booth in there.
Yeah. She's recording a podcast the whole time.
My brother is so stupid. His dumb friend chased me around the room.
She's narrating every episode when
And
she's
don't
there.
get me started on Boarhead.
He screams all the time. He's an imbecile.
I would like to hear her say more for sure.
That's it. Write a manga on the story through the eyes of Nezuko.
That would be kind of cool. Disney did it from all the villains.
It would
Yeah.
probably
That'd
just
be
be all
kinda
these
neat.
sparkles and like she's running around and
With
she's
her
having-
hair flopping behind her.
There's an
Yeah, it's-
anime that just came out about that.
What?
The Disney villains are like all in a school and they're like the good guys.
Yeah,
anime?
the new Disney anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can watch it on Hulu until they get rid of it.
So they get rid of it.
Well, they're going to be shutting down Hulu this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they're just merging all
Yeah.
the content.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say the D word too much because they might shut this podcast down.
We shall call it the place that should not be named,
Yes.
or the platform that should not be named. Did you know? Did you tell them about the Scooby-Doo anime?
It's already anime, isn't it?
I sent it to
American.
you.
Yeah.
No. So Scooby-Doo is they're doing a remake where they are doing an anime where the monsters or the villains are Japanese based.
Yeah, I
I'm surprised
remember
this
that.
show is still running after all these years.
What, Scooby-Doo?
Yes, like
Scooby-Doo has such a cult following.
Yeah.
Bro,
It
it's
does.
pretty funny.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know what I
saw.
don't like the most: One Piece or Scooby Doo.
You can watch all of Scooby-Doo in a matter of a couple of
I
weeks.
think I'd rather watch One
You can't.
Piece.
Although I hope this goes well because some of the imagery that was on that article looks pretty cool. So
It's probably the
And it's-
facelift that it needs after all the botched versions of
Yeah.
the show that they've done.
it looked very refreshed. Even like the Mystery Inc. characters, they're not the normal, like Fred, Velma, and all of that. Like they're Japanese based. Everything's all Japanese based. It looks pretty cool. I'm
Is it
a
still
little,
like 70s theme?
yeah, like still the colors and all of that.
So is
but
Scooby going to be a Shiba now?
I have no- I
That'd be
don't-
an upgrade. Instead of a chocolate.
I don't
man.
remember. But I do remember, like, the colors were very vivid, just like Scooby-Doo was. And it looks kind of, it looks kind of interesting. So.
It might be an improvement to have it subbed. just change
all
the
those
whole
extra
thing.
details.
No, what you got to do is you got to make it look like, Americanized. That way it's like reverse Japanese dubbed movie.
Yeah.
So it's,
Completely
they're
different
speaking
thing.
American, but it's offset Japanese.
Yeah.
It's going to
work.
be their version of Ghost Stories for us.
Yeah, 'cause, Japanese ghost stories are way weirder.
Wow, that's terrible. We don't need another ghost story.
No, we're good. Anyways. All right, Rev, do you have a game for us?
Actually, for this episode, I figured we'd do questions for my cup, and I've already got the first question selected, so here we go. Have you ever tried to walk or run like an anime character?
That's terrible.
Because of the fact that we know that at least me and you are going to say yes to this.
I don't recall ever doing that.
You cannot say that you have not done the Naruto
Oh
run.
gosh. Maybe as a joke.
You still did it.
I definitely walk like an anime character, that's for sure. Hands pockets, like kind of lean all the way back, kind of trying to like walk with your feet way out. Yeah, I put my hands behind my head, kind of like crossed.
Yeah.
Just walk. You see that a lot in anime.
Yeah. That's a Sanji thing.
Yeah.
No, Zoro did that. In,
A lot of characters
in
do.
season 1 too. Season 1 as well.
Yeah, a lot of characters do.
Raver Mom, have you ever walked around like an anime character?
You should know the answer to that.
No.
No, I actually tried. I saw one of the video or whatever of somebody doing it, and I was like, oh, that would be totally funny. And we were leaving one day to go to like the store or whatever, and he was out the door, and I was coming up in the back, in the rear. And I was like, hey, honey, watch this. And I put my hands behind my head, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what character it was. I just thought it was funny. And I start walking, and he goes, that's Naruto, honey. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
because that was that Naruto trend where they would put that Naruto like sound in the back, that. Dun, dun,
Oh, yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he was
He
doing
does,
it.
see, I told you he walks like that too.
Yeah.
and she's walking through like that.
I
was
got like 2 steps and
you're
almost fell over.
You're doing the
Wow.
Naruto thing. Yeah,
Leaning
because
way back.
people
I was.
people don't understand that actually takes a lot of core balance to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Because they aren't leaning forward while they're doing it. They're laying back.
I call it a slacker walk.
It
Needless
is
to
a
say, I
slacker
haven't,
walk.
I haven't tried it since because
Yeah.
I don't want to fall over. But so yeah, that's the one and only time I've ever.
Only they
tried
can do that. We can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I have kind of walked around like this before. Like
You're telling me you didn't storm Area 51 with full Naruto run?
Absolutely not. Saving that when I'm 60.
You're 60. It'll be cool by then.
I'm hoping.
60 years old, she's gonna become popular on TikTok because she's a 60-year-old woman doing the Naruto run.
And still never seen an episode.
You gotta have. I guess I'll have white hair by then. I can dress up like Kakashi and
There you
run
go.
after you.
That's my favorite.
Me too. All right.
The other one?
He wants to do another
You want to do one more?
Do one more.
All right, we can do one more. You want to pick one?
Sure. Since common sense is so rare, could we consider it a superpower?
Heck yes.
I think that's more like a sage. Like, talking about Naruto, like a sage just kind of has... Oh, he knows the power of the common sense.
Jiraiya.
That's the homeowners. How did they get homes?
I think it is a superpower. I mean, you look at our kids who I swear don't have, I swear the otaku kids don't have a lick of common sense. And then whenever we sit there and we tell them something over and over and over and over and over again, and they ignore us because how can we possibly be right?
You know, she just kind of touched on. Well, that question touched on something that it's gonna take a whole other podcast to get into.
But it's like, and then
Short answer, yes.
we sit down and we look at them and we spell it out, and then they're like, "That's amazing." It's like,
You know what's even worse is when they
It's
think they came up
simple.
with it.
Yes.
yeah, and then a week later they came up with it.
Why don't we make a cell phone that folds in on itself? Wow, I want one of those.
I know, right?
It's like, dude, we had that, Star Trek the original series. That's an old idea.
Yeah, and in an age of brain rot and TikTok and every, all that, common sense is really not going to be all that common, really.
No. Well, no, because of like you said, access of internet and all of that. But the cool thing is, I will say this, the cool thing is that parents our age, all of us, are starting to go back to some of the older ways of landline phones, like lacking, like taking out the internet.
Yeah, I just had a rotary phone installed at my place.
Yeah, so... No, I mean, like, literally the phones with the cords on them.
Yeah.
Like, there was a group of parents, I don't know what town or anything it was, but there was a group of parents that got together and they were like, hey, we're going to we all want to install a landline phones with the cords and install, like, the actual phone line and, let's swap numbers and get rid of all the cell phones. And that's what they did for their kids. And it was this big, huge thing.
It is pretty liberating. I will say personally, when I did a couple months on a flip phone, it wasn't smart. There was no YouTube, none of that, GPS, TikTok. It's really liberating.
Mm-hmm.
If people really been on the edge, on that border of just trying to unplug, go wireless, try it for a little while, really give it a shot for a couple of weeks, and you'll see, like, wow, I feel like more relaxed. There's less anxiety.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm more. I can breathe better. I can.
Absolutely,
I'm happier.
I miss my Sony Ericsson flip phone.
I had one too. I still have one.
I love that thing. I had the Fat Farm cover on it and everything
That's cool.
else.
I got the regular black one.
I miss my Nextel beep beep.
We still have
With
the
the little
phone.
nubby
It's just
antenna?
if we can activate it or not.
No, mine had the actual little antenna that came out, and it
Oh.
lit up different colors, and yeah.
Wow.
And
Mine-
you
mine
hit
was
the
the
button.
pretty-
It was like the
mine was the pretty
walkie-talkie.
one.
And,
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
but we still have the phone.
I have the phone, yeah.
Just needs a new battery, and if somebody will stick a SIM card in it.
Yeah, I wonder what happens.
That's what I
FBI will
miss.
probably.
Like, to me, it was like walkie-talkies. Come on, like that was our big thing in our family. We all had like the Nextel beep beep phones, and that was the way we all communicated because it was free. That was free. Calling, texting, any of that was you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
So our entire family, like my cousins, my aunts, uncles, grandparents, we all got Nextel so we could all communicate because it was free.
That goes to show anything is free right now. Most likely not gonna be free later.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, my parents, they started out with that Nokia phone that was indestructible.
Oh yeah.
And then I got that Nokia phone as my first cell phone, and then my parents, they got the red and yellow beep beep phone, the one that looked like a half a CB radio.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting the Sony Ericsson, and I love the snot.
Yeah, I
out of
like that one.
So you think it's like a sage thing?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I think it's a superpower.
Yeah, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
I like more the sage title.
Okay.
All right.
So it's a sage thing. What's a sage? A really smart guy.
Plant.
Can we do one more?
You want to draw one?
Nope.
Okay, well,
Yes,
I guess I'll draw again. What would you do or say if you ran into the characters of the last anime you watched?
Oh, that's a good one.
Did
What
you
did I
ever
watch?
find the One Piece?
Yeah, it's
Tells you what I watched.
what did I watch last? I think it was. What was it? Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe? Or Initial D? I don't know what I'd say.
Let's see here. What was
Who
the
does your hair?
last anime? How do you always wake up like that?
Yeah.
I guess my question would have to be, can I drive your car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that would be it.
A total stranger just walks up.
Yeah, bro, can I drive your car?
I won't even say yes in the real world, much less the anime world. Well, what'd you say, Raver Mom?
What?
Oh, you said if they found the One Piece.
Did you ever find the One Piece?
Not yet.
I don't think they forgot about it.
I know.
It's not about that. It's about the journey.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, Oda finally pinned down what the One Piece was, and he sent it down to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people trying to get pirate crews to go hunt for it now.
Oh, now they want to go treasure hunting
Yeah.
after everything else.
It's like, you go ahead and spend the millions of dollars to try and do that. Go ahead. But no, he finally pinned it, and he stuck it into a capsule that's like watertight, and they put a tracker on it and dropped it down to the bottom of the ocean
yes,
in real life.
Oh, man.
The funny thing would be if it was something extremely obvious.
Friendship.
Oh, God. That's how they should end the show.
Or like his hat or something. Like, legit, if it was something stupid obvious, like, that would be hilarious.
Well,
Yeah,
Luffy has...
I mean, for me, it would be hilarious.
Yeah, me
I don't think
too.
it would be for, like, the
pretty funny to me,
diehard
too.
fans.
If
He's
you
been invested for 1,000 episodes.
if you look at the progression of the story of One Piece, Luffy's straw hat once belonged to the Pirate King.
Right.
So I mean,
If
if he was carrying the One Piece with him the entire time,
listen, my money. That's what I'm gonna say.
it's the hat.
It's the hat. I'm just gonna say it.
That straw is not just straw; it's woven gold.
Well, no,
Yeah,
like if it was like
Yeah.
literally, if it was woven behind like the red band or something. Think of it. You could hide something.
People would riot.
Like, I'm not kidding you.
He was carrying it with him the whole time.
The end.
That would be like the biggest slap in the face. Like, I think it would be hilarious. But
Because
that's
it wasn't about the destination, it's about the journey.
Exactly.
Right? All the friends we made along
We all
the way.
learned, and all the people we beat up.
See,
Yeah.
what is it? Fellowship.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
All right. Okay. Are we good?
I guess.
You sure? All right. Join us as we close in prayer. Father God, we thank you for the many lessons that your word gives us. Father God, we thank you for the ability to see your word in action through works of art, through anime, through manga, and through our own lives. God, I pray that as we continue forward, that you build us up, that we learn our insecurities, and that we strengthen them, that we become secure in who you've made us to be. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us on Rev's Otaku Talk. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook at Rev's Otaku Talkers and on X at Rev's Otaku Talk. We'd love to hear from you. So drop a comment, leave a review, and share your favorite God and anime moments with the community. Also, check us out on RevsOtakuShop.com. Grab some awesome merch, and don't miss out on a bag of Rev's Conco Heat Coffee. The link is in the description below. Until next time, keep your anime collection strong and your faith stronger. See you later, guys.
Take care,
Bye.
Adios.
And debates. We love the art the Lord creates. From Studio Ghibli to Naruto, God speaks in ways you didn't know. Stories rise like rising sun. We break them down one by one. Chew, this ain't just hype, it's revelation. Anime with holy inspiration. Otaku life with transformation. Faith and fandom, no limitation. It's Revs! Otaku Talk! From JoJo's post to Spirit Lead, we laugh, reflect, and plant that seed. It's Revs! Otaku Talk! So hit that play, don't walk away. Let's eke and grow in Jesus' way. O-T-A-K-U, talking truth in all we do. Rev's crew, rolling through. Faith meets fandom just for you.
Otaku.